So first thing first, let's load our dataset. It's gonna take some time, I guess. So our dataset is being loaded. Yeah, so this is the dataset which we are going to visualize. So let's click on load and load it into our Power BI notebook. So this dataset contains Jordan shoe transaction details. Okay, so yeah, so it is being loaded. So total 5,000 rows are there, as you can see. So on the right side extreme, you can see the dataset being uploaded. Okay, so let's build our first card, and we're gonna build it very cleanly. So in the field, we can have resale price, and we can have it average aggregation. Okay, so this is average resale price. Okay, let's change the title. Average resale price. Okay, let's have it Arial black. Let's put it in center, and let's remove the category label. And let me add the canvas background so we just finish this dashboard fastly. Jordan, so it's let put it red. Okay, and let's let me just okay, no, let's make it white only. Okay, visual border on. Let's make it red. Rounded corners 20x. Have it 5px. Shadow on. Okay, all good. Let's have shadow at white. Okay, so let me just copy the design so it's easy for us. So now let's have total profit margin, and for that I'm gonna have profit margin over here, and aggregation by default is sum. So that is total profit margin. Total profit margin. Okay. Now coming down to the third card, we can what should we do? We can have inventory or days in inventory and maximum aggregation. So putting it slowest moving stock, slowest moving stock, putting it days. Okay. Now three cards are done. Now let's build our first visualization, which is going to be line chart, my favorite one. So in the x-axis, I can have uh, let's show resale market trend. Okay, resale market trend, and in the x-axis we can have sale date and do it by yearly. And in the y-axis we can have model, or we can have resale price and average of it. So this is average resale price over the time. You can see 272 in 2023, 274 in 2024, and 273.03 at 2025. So this is average resale price. Okay, going over here in the y-axis, removing title, removing values, removing title, and let's keep the lines red. Okay. So now let's have another card. So over here we can have column chart, a clustered one. Okay. And here we can depict uh, inventory by model, inventory aging by model. So in the y-axis we can have model, and in the y-axis days in inventory, putting it average. Okay. Yeah, changing title to inventory aging by model. And over here we can have next visualization, which is going to be area chart. We can have mm, let's have retail versus resale. Okay. So for this, I would need date, of course, which is already there, but and I put only year into context. And in the y-axis, I'm gonna have resale and retail and a aggregation of average. And now changing the color, making it that it's already there. Okay. And for retail price, okay. So now we are done, I guess, for the most part. Now let's add a slicer. I'm gonna have only three cards this time. Okay. Now I have a slicer. Let's remove this. Let's have a slicer. Okay. And a slicer, I'm gonna add date. Okay. Uh, the title. So it's sale date. So it's transaction period. Okay. And slicer. Okay. So that's it, I guess, for the most part. Let's make a drop down if you want. It's all up to you what you want to do. Okay. So now let's add a effect to this slicer. So let's add a show and hidden feature to the slicer. So whenever I'm gonna click on cross, the slicer gonna go away, and gonna click on green tick, the slicer gonna show. So let's do this effect. Let's add a show slicer as our first bookmark. Update. Now add hide slicer. Update. So show slicer, hide slicer, show slicer, hide slicer. Okay. So now let's uh, make sure that whenever we're gonna click on the cross image, this thing happens. So for this, we need to go to here, format image, action, bookmark, hide slicer. So whenever I'm gonna click on control plus cross, slicer gonna hit away. Okay. But now let's add effect of showing slicer with the help of green tick. So for this, I'm gonna click over here. I'm gonna click over here. So whenever I'm gonna click on green tick, the slicer shows. So this is a very small effect which I have added. Now you can see gone away, shown, gone, shown. This is very basic stuff which I'm doing over here. So now let's do one thing. Hmm, let's change the canvas background a bit. Yeah, this looks cool. Okay. So now you can see I'm going to click on control plus click. It goes away. Control plus green. It shows. So now let's add a few PNGs to make our dashboard complete. So these are the PNGs which I have already actually shortlisted. Okay. So I'm adding these over here. You can select PNGs as per your own liking. Okay. So that's it, I guess, for the most part. This is a very basic dashboard which you can create. And the main purpose of this dashboard was to show you this slicer effect, you know. So whenever I'm going to click on cross, the slicer goes away. Whenever I'm going to click on print tick, the slicer shows. Gone away, shows. Gone away. So yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching. See you in the next tutorial.